So this is a tutorial on modeling part number 5 of exercise 2, and here we can see the finished component, and we're going to start modeling that now from scratch again. So if we look at our drawing here, we're basically going to draw this shape and extrude a thickness of 30 millimeters. And point to note is that the part's actually, this distance is 120 millimeters, and this is known as a broken view. So the part's actually longer, but we're just stuck for space, so we can use this drawing to create a broken view. We'll look at that in Solidworks later on when we do the manufacturing drawing, but first of all, let's look at the modeling. So again, we're picking a sketch as usual, and again we're just going to look at the basic shape, modeling up the basic shape. So the basic shape, starting at the origin, going across and creating that type of L feature there of the component. Making sure all the lines are horizontal and vertical. We're then going to add some circles to the edge of the part. And again, we don't care about the size at the moment, just the shape. We're going to trim then, use this power trim command. So again, anywhere where the line crosses, it's going to cut. And the same down below. Now nextly, we have to add some constraints to the component. So if I hold the curve, the arc, hold control on the keyboard and select that line, I'm going to make them a tangent to each other. And the same again here. And the same again here. So we need to do this in order to keep the circle or the arc a tangent to the line. I'll leave this blank for the moment and you'll see what happens if that's not completed. So now we can add some sides to this. So if we look over the left hand side, we'll do the height first. And add in the height of that, which is 49 millimeters. And we'll add in the length as well. $120, 28, 20. You can see there that circle's gone crazy. We're going to add in the radius of this here, radius 14, should bring the sketch back down. But as I mentioned earlier on, this circle is not a tangent to this line, and you can see the odd shape you get. So if I just select the arc again, select the baseline, and make it a tangent, it tidies up the sketch. So I'm just going to finish off with my other dimensions here. And these radiuses obviously determine the width of the part. So that's the basic sketch done. I can exit sketch now, and I'm going to extrude this sketch. So that sketch pre-selected, so it speeds up my selection process, and not only blind but mid-plane and 30 millimeters, and accept it. So that's the basic shape. We're going to now look at creating the handle. So that the handle itself, as we can see from the drawing here, it's only 12 millimeters wide. So we need to cut the distance here each side to create the component. So we simply do that by sketching on this face. So I sketch on that face, Control 8 again, and I'm going to cut the rest of this part away. I can do a rectangle here of any size. Once I'm cutting the material, I'm good. I've got a constraint here to the top line, and I'm going to put on a dimension here. That dimension is 48 millimeters. And I have to make sure that this is cutting the part, so it has to be beyond that. Now, I know this is 120 to the center, so I could put a dimension of that of something like 150 to make sure it's always going to cut. And once I've that done, I can exit sketch, and I can features, extrude cut, and cut that in the distance of 9 millimeters. Okay, and we're going to do a further sketch to get the pocket on this face again, Control and 8. And to save me drawing these lines again, I'm going to use this offset entities command here, which I've used before, which is pretty handy. So we're just offsetting that a distance of 6 millimeters, I believe, and just reverse it so it goes to the inside. Select the arc and select the bottom line. So that's that shape drawn for me, and OK that. Still in sketch mode here, and I need to close off the sketch. Just draw a line from there down to there. So you can see my sketch now is completed. Okay, and this 6 determines the shape and the size of the part. So I exit sketch and features, extrude cut, and I think it's 3mm deep here this time. And select OK. So that's the half of the handle drawn. Now I'm taking advantage of this plane I have in the middle of the part, and I can use that to create a mirror of the features. And what I'm going to mirror, the mirror plane again, is the plane down the middle of the part. You can see that. And the features I want to mirror here are the cut and the cut. And select OK. Now you can see the handle forming nicely. I'll add some of the holes now. So for example, I'll add the top hole. So I'm just going to simply sketch on that face. Control A to look straight in again. Use the circle like we did previously. If I hover around the arch, or the arc, I can get the center point. Just draw a circle any size, smart dimension it, diameter 8. I see there it's constrained with the arc on the center point, so that's good. Accept the sketch, features, extrude cut, and we can do it through all. Okay. We quickly do the next circle and down here again. I keep them in separate sketches. You could do them in the same, but it's better practice to do them in separate one. Again, circle any place, smart dimension, diameter 6 this time, and I give it in a dimension. It's 8mm up this way, and I think it's 8mm in this direction too. And exit sketch again, features, extrude cut, and it's a through all. Okay. The final feature is a cut in underneath here. If we jump back to the drawing here, it's this cut here, 20 by 20, and it's in the mid plane, and I'm assuming it's 12mm of a cut. So I use the mid plane again because it's in the middle of the part. So I can sketch on that, Control and 8, and I simply just use the rectangular tool, from the origin straight up, and smart dimension 20mm by 20. Exit sketch, and we can see what that sketch is in the middle. Features, extrude cut, and it's mid plane again, 12mm, and OK. The final bit of the part is to add some fillet. So we're going to add a fillet here on the feature, 3D fillet if you like, and it's 12mm radius. And I can hit OK. Then I can add another fillet on the bottom edge here and the bottom edge here, and it's 6, radius 6 I think. And that's the part complete. So the final thing again, we're going to actually add a material to the part, which is very important, and we're also going to add an appearance. So color the component in. You select your color. There's no geometry selected, so you can just select your part and select OK. And more importantly then, you need to save your file and save it as a part number.